Well, see, I love this story simply because it got me back into the realm of thinking about you in policy. And I'm interested to hear you talk, as you have before we started taping today, about your life now, because you have sought out opportunities to be of service, whether it's in the merchant bank that you are a partner in New York, where you're out trying to help the next generation of entrepreneurs realize their visions and do good for the world, or if it's on satellite radio, where you're talking to real Americans. You have managed to remain connected and involved in the public sphere.
Well, I managed to, as I said, try to fill those two voids that emerged when I left politics, which is the substantive void, which is reading, writing, speaking, and the people void, which is interviewing people around the country about their lives. For example, the program I do, American Voices, Sirius XM 102, Sunday morning, 3 or 4 times.
PBS just lost its C3 exemption,
okay,
by the
whatever.
way.
One of the things, I usually interview somebody who's has an unusual job, like a guy that's a groundskeeper at Fenway Park or a lighthouse captain in Oregon, right? And then interview somebody that's doing something really positive in the community. Yeah. Like I interviewed a guy who shined shoes at the Pittsburgh Children's Hospital for 46 years. And out of every tip he got, he put a portion of that tip into a fund to pay for poor kids' health care. And the day I interviewed him, he said he'd put in that fund over the years over $150,000. Now that's what, when I ran for president, I referred to as the goodness of the American people. Yep. And so partly what I want to do on this show is let people hear this kind of stories that I heard on the road in America for 40 years as a politician and a basketball player, and then also let them meet the people who reflect what the real America is. What people really want to see is, who is this person? Yep. What passion does this person have? What does he or she really care about? Yep. How much do they really know about our common humanity, or how much trouble have they had in their life, or they have a sense of humor? I mean, these kind of things. That's important. That's the important stuff.
In the 2 minutes we have left, I want to ask you about your old passion, and maybe your still passion, sports. Something I've always wanted to ask you in the times we've sat together, and I really haven't gotten a chance to do it, is what did you learn from that? You know, you came through a very different route to get to the public person you have been. You were an extraordinary athlete as a youth, college, professional, and I want to know what, in a very practical sense, those things taught you about being the person you are now.
Well, I think they shaped my character in a fundamental way, and that character was shaped by the time I was 15 or 16 years old. I mean, you know, I wrote a book called Values of the Game. What are the values you learn that stay with you, in my case, in basketball? Well, you learn discipline. You got to go out there and develop your skill. Yep. You learn imagination. You have to imagine things different than they are in order to create something new every moment on the court. Resilience. We're all going to be knocked down. You got to get back up. That's what you learn in sport. And I went through 10 or so values like that. Courage, responsibility. And, you know, that's what I got from politics. I'm from basketball. In addition to a rich set of friendships. I mean, for example, about a year and a half ago, we had a reunion of one of the great Knick teams, and there were about 8 or 9 of us sat around, and we told stories about those years, and I was struck by how much...
Who was there? Give us just some names. Tell us.
Well, there was Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, Dick Barnett, Phil Jackson, Dave DeBuscher's kids, he's passed away, Jerry Lucas. I mean, you know, nobody knows those in your listening audience if they're under 50. But,
I don't know.
But anyway, that's
Earl the Pearl looms large in my memory.
But that's where we were. Yeah. And there was so much love in that room. Yeah. And so much kind of affection and acceptance of what we shared together at a moment that no one of us could have had the experience without all of us. And so it's those are the things I got out of basketball, in addition to the fact that in basketball you got to meet the press every day. Right.
So you're very good at this.
I got to meet the press every
day. I got it. Well,
I used to. I don't have to do that now.
Well, I want you to know
Except
I'm already...
ones I want to meet.
And I assume you want to be here.
Of course.
So I'm thinking now of the
I
questions...
I definitely want to be here because I think you're doing a wonderful thing here with the Texas Tribune.
Look at that. Well, now the C3 exemption is definitely busted. I'm already thinking of questions for the fourth time when you're back. So, Senator Bradley,
thanks, Evan.
an honor to see you. Happy holidays to you,
See you
sir.
too.
Thank you very much.
Funding for Overheard with Evan Smith is provided in part by Hilco Partners, Texas Government Affairs Consultancy, and its global healthcare consulting business unit, Hilco Health, and by the Matson McHale Foundation in support of public television, and also by MFI Foundation, improving the quality of life within our community, and also by the Alice Kleberg Reynolds Foundation. And viewers like you, thank you